Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, go SpongeBob.
Penis.
Welcome back, everybody! We're playing more
Ham
Race
boning.
Journey.
Yes, SpongeBob.
Yeah, go SpongeBob.
Yes, SpongeBob.
Now that we're men.
I went too hard at that. I hurt my fucking hands.
Now that they're men. They feel invincible.
Oh, I love that movie so much.
It's
Coming
so
on
good.
with the 16-month sub. Just gonna
Wow, thank you so
Oh,
much.
wow.
some crimes.
Hell yeah.
All right. Fucking yeah, I'm gonna hit continue now.
Oh shit, here we
Thank
go.
you.
Episode 2. My god.
Yep.
We'll be here a while, boys.
We might just be here for a bit.
For a little
Ah,
bit.
Pavlova. Oh.
Miss Pavlova's
They're
cabin.
so cute.
Aaron.
Somehow the door to the cabin we were in ended up bolted after we made an emergency stop. Susato-san took a deep breath, then gently slid back the bolt.
There she is. A cutie.
It's true.
You! What are you doing in Miss Pavlova's quarters? Tatsunaga!
Yeah!
Oh, yeah, smiley boy.
Ah, you both look unhurt. Good.
Oh.
Yes, we're fine, thank you. What on earth happened? We heard something about how we were going to collide with another ship.
Yes, it appears to have been a false report, though.
Oh. How did that happen?
There's a dense fog outside, so it's extremely difficult to see. Someone must have thought he saw a ship ahead. This person obviously triggered the alarm, and that's why we made an emergency stop.
Everything is chaos, passengers are screaming, crew are running everywhere.
Thanks, Demon Stroganoff.
This first-class area is the only quiet part of the ship at the moment.
I like that his face is differentially tanned, like he's had camo paint on for extended
Yeah.
periods of time.
Yeah, it's weird. Oh, I see.
Someone triggered the alarm. Does that mean
Oh,
that someone passed that button outside?
press.
Pressed.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
No,
That's
they
good.
passed it. They passed a
It's also
button.
like a switch, isn't it?
You wicked intruder, dressed all in black. You are the devil.
Oh,
It's me, Satan.
I mean, what?
Sorry,
Me?
wow.
I've been called a lot of things before, but devil is a first.
You opened my traveling case. How could you?
What? No, we didn't touch it.
That's right, Miss Pavlova. It was already open when we came into your cabin.
Inspector! Yes?
I don't fucking know.
Arrest this man! I know he did it! He is a
I'm already in
criminal!
cuffs, lady.
No, right?
Is it not enough that he has killed a man?
It's also up into my box. Nah. And he's a stowaway as well. If Vixen promises not to steal chicken, then I can't remember what I just said.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yep.
Do you believe?
Did it?
Take him away!
Spencer's too excited to advance this story. We'll
A little bit.
finish sentences.
My favorite case is the next one, but
Oh, okay.
that's neither here nor there.
Jesus.
Take him away! He's a trespasser as well as everything else!
Oh my god.
Stowing away, trespassing, killing. She's right. You are
Oh.
devil.
Oh.
Doesn't look
Thank
good,
you.
does it? There is cell below deck. Throw him in.
Shit.
Tomorrow we dock in Hong Kong. Then they give you straight to police.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Wait, a cell? I can't do investigating from a cell.
It's true.
Please, Inspector Hosonaga, is there nothing you can do?
This is a Russian vessel. Also, calm down. I really have no jurisdiction
No!
here. Let me turn you down just a little bit, Carrie.
Oh, because I'm yelling. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'll just calm down.
No, you can. You're good. After my last effort to appeal to the captain's good nature, I think I'm out of options.
This is terrible.
This is a real crisis. I've got to find a solution. Immediately.
Because I'm going to fucking jail. This is bad.
You'll never take me alive, motherfuckers! Carbon monoxide, what are you doing in here? I'm here to kill you.
Shut the fuck up! What do we want to look at? What do we want to look at around here?
The cutie patootie boots. What the fuck is he doing?
Pay no attention to the coat on the wall. What?
Oh my god.
What are you doing up there?
Didn't send me very cute things.
Oh no.
Mr. Shulms?
There's
Get the
nothing.
fuck tiara on!
Yeah, he does.
Oh my god, he's beautiful!
Naturally, I was analyzing what a weight of 20,000 rubles feels like on one's head.
Oh.
Have I not
He
told
looks
you
bad as
that,
hell.
that as a detective, it is my business to know what other people do not? This isn't mere tomfoolery, my boy. Oh, no, no.
Well, why were you hanging from the hook before then?
Isn't it obvious? To properly assess the weight of 20,000 rubles, naturally. I wish to determine if it would bend that conceited-looking hook on the wall, so full of brag and bounce.
Conceited-looking hook.
I never know whether
my
to take it
God.
seriously or not.
Ah, you
Get him.
again. The great detective.
There's no need for the air quotes,
Inspector.
bitch.
I confess that I've been looking for you. I have something to report to you most urgently.
Some people have broken into Miss Svetlana's apartment.
God damn it!
What? Well, you might try looking for me somewhere other than a hook on the wall next time.
What? Stupid.
What is to report? Speak. No.
Oh.
Not a report from a great detective can mean but one thing. Yes, the case of the curious murder that took place last night, here on this vessel, the steamship Burya, has been solved by me, naturally.
Oh my god.
What?
Really?
Stab sound effect.
Yes, I've eliminated all other possibilities. No other explanations exist. So, allow me to illuminate all your minds. For I'm about to reveal my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case.
Oh.
Alright, time to put him on the correct track, I assume.
Yep, that's what we
God,
do.
you salted, even Hedgehog understands this case. Little tiny hedgehog named Oscar. He understands everything, his best friend.
Of course.
Of
We all
course.
knew who was responsible for killing student boy this morning when we found criminal in wardrobe.
Why criminal with a K?
Because
Because
he's
he's Russian.
criminal, not criminal.
Oh,
Yeah,
alright.
criminal.
He's stowaway, and he has handcuffs to prove it. Anyone in handcuffs is guilty.
Yeah, of course.
God.
I didn't do it.
The trouble is, there doesn't appear to be anyone else who could have killed the victim. Because, as everyone knows, the cabin door was bolted shut from the inside.
Oh, fucking like this one. No, we're gonna talk about that now.
Oh my gosh.
That means the culprit must be someone who was inside the cabin.
Yes, it's what's called a locked room mystery in detective stories.
Da, locked room, that is point.
We're not gonna talk about the thing with the ship going back and forth and how
They're
the
about
doors
to talk
unlocked.
about
We're not.
that,
Okay, cool. I'm just making sure. Okay,
Yes.
cool. Fucking bitch.
Was locked.
Well, I can't deny that. There's no way the bolt could have been drawn across me outside the cabin. There's no way the door could have been locked by anything else. Weird how it locked on its own just now.
You're all quite mistaken. The cabin next door is not a so-called locked room at all.
What?
Oh, yes. There's another entrance. An entrance used last night by the culprit in order to gain access to the cabin despite the bolted door. What other entrance? We never discovered one. Why, it keeps open mouthed at you even as we speak. The ventilator man. The ventilator?
All right.
You think this is funny? I couldn't even put my arm through that hole. Yeah, you're not exactly the person to go off of.
Yeah, you're not like human-sized, sir.
See, right there. That's because your arms are as thick as tree trunks.
Yeah.
You're suggesting that the culprit entered and left the victim's cabin through that tiny opening? It's not possible. But it is. And last night, the victim even witnessed the intruder in the act of passing through that ventilator.
She's so cute.
She's very cute.
Mr. Sholmes, do you mean... Are you referring to the words Kazuma-sama wrote in his diary? 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
Precisely, my dear madam. But what does it mean? What is this speckled band? The answer to that particular conundrum is in this very cabin.
A 64-gallon oil drum of lubricants. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing?
He's killing the air.
He's fighting the ghost.
Hey,
Ghost of
There's a
carbon
distinct element
monoxide.
of danger, but fear not. I'm ready. Come at me, ghost! What I am about to expose for you all to see will shock you to your very cores. Behold! Gah! Yeah!
Oh my god.
What the?
Oh my god.
Just a flashbang grenade.
It was a snake boy! Look at him.
That's-
He's so handsome.
That snake is why he has the fucking marks on his face.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Allow me to introduce you all to the band, the Speckled Band.
Ooh.
A snake?
Indubitably.
Blech.
Look at him. He's so handsome. I love him.
Mr. Sholmes, just one thing.
Pray, what troubles you?
Well, that snake isn't really speckled, is it?
Yeah.
Looks more stripy, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
You just
Yeah, you're right. I think in this case, you'd have to call it... the striped band? Wouldn't you?
Well, this fucked him up.
You both see and observe, with distinction. However, do you not think that this is precisely the trap into which the culprit wishes you to fall?
What? What do you fucking mean?
Speckles versus stripes, elementary.
Elementary, my dear Renosuke.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, really? It's a trap?
why am I buying this?
Breathe.
Help.
I think perhaps
Have
it is
but mere
time I
moments
explain
left
the
to live.
intricacies of my train of thought. Are you ready, Miss Pavlova?
I'm sorry for the young man who died, but that is all. His death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing has nothing to do with me.
Oh, honey.
There are two conclusions I have drawn from the facts.
Sincerely, don't you snapped the martial artist sword master's neck.
Yeah.
There are two conclusions I have drawn from the facts. Number one, last night, your friend infiltrated the victim's cabin. And number two, that same friend was responsible for the victim losing his life.
That happened in Vancouver.
Yeah? A snake
Okay.
killed her?
A snake killed some people.
Oh my
no.
god. What?
fucked.
Yeah, this is like 3 years ago. It got out of a pet store, got into some vents, and then just fell through the ceiling into an apartment and was like, hi!
Hi,
Oh my god,
hello.
what
Nyam.
kind of snake was it?
It was, I think it's just a python.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember though. I know it's
No.
like,
Just a python.
it
Was
was
it
a
a-
pet that you need a license to import.
Ah,
Is the
I
kind of
see.
pet it was.
Okay, makes sense.
God. That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, it only. You know what? I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
It only killed the children.
No, no, go on.
It only killed kids.
Wow! Avery!
It probably couldn't kill you.
Nothing of value was lost. No.
I mean, I
That was very
appreciate that.
upsetting.
I'm glad that it probably couldn't kill me.
It would wrap around you and be like, stop.
Stop
What
it.
do you think you're doing?
It could greatly inconvenience you, is what it could probably do.
Probably. Anyway.
God
She chose
damn.
one bowl of rice again. Chumps must be right. He's hit the nail on the head.
Get it,
Or sorry,
boy.
he's hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, there you go.
No.
This young woman's friend killed Mr. Asogi?
Fucking Cerberus. But what of little Hayden?
Who's no, no. Looks like he had spook with a snake called around his head. Like he couldn't make any noise.
I would advise as little movement as possible, Seaman. Ha ha ha! You wouldn't want the fangs of that long friend in your neck.
Nah, Nubian's right. Hayden could take it. They are a Hulk.
That's
Like,
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely.
They
Hayden
are a
could beat
Hulk.
the shit out of a snake if they wanted to.
It's true. Fucking fist fight a snake.
Yo, yeah. Hell yeah.
So everyone, let us begin. Aylox Holmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular.
Here we goddamn
All right,
go.
undo the cuffs.
Yeah! Yeah, we're at another one.
But he's always so wrong.
I love him. It's so fun.
He's very fun.
Miss Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing is nothing to do with me. You said in your broken English. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain.
Oh.
And it is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So, we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that pretentious night? Portentous.
Nice.
No, why, naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded the vessel, was it not?
I'm very upset that we just keep calling it friend. I need to know its name.
Ah, as I
I think that's
suspected.
a crux of what's going on. I don't think it's her snake.
As I suspected, another telltale glance. Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us.
Also, but
And
Space
yet-
Bag Izzy wouldn't even scream if the snake tried to kill him. He would accept his fate. He'd be like, oh well.
It's-
Like
Well,
this.
This is me now.
Yep.
Nothing to be done about this, I guess. No one to call.
Yeah.
And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary. The victim's written observations on the night in question of a speckled band. Whereas, regrettably, this specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way.
Stay well aggressive. Can go.
What explanation can we then give, pray? What was this sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night?
No, don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this.
Oh, but it does! You have the answer to this quandary even now, hidden behind your back. Yes, that which you are trying but failing to conceal can only be that snake's slowed skin.
What?
Sloughed.
Oh.
What?
I'm pretty sure that's pronounced sloughed.
Sloth?
Because it's
Okay.
sloughed it off.
Oh, okay. I've never heard that word before.
Oh. Interesting.
Sloth
Double check,
skin.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
We did it. We learned.
Evidently, after the subtle and horrible crime, this most deadly friend of yours
It looks like a scarf.
shed its original skin. No?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Last night, through the ventilator visible in this cabin, your then speckled friend slithered next door.
Hi, Hayden.
Hayden, if a random snake was to break into your apartment and try to kill you in your sleep, do you think you would live?
Would you fight it off with your giant Hulk
yeah.
fists?
Yeah, this was a subject of debate mere moments ago, so I'm really glad you're here.
They say no.
No, not even if you were Hulk Hayden?
They say, oh.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay, that's fair. They are a teeny. A
That's
snake
fair,
could
yeah.
possibly take them out. We had more faith in you than you have in yourself.
It's
clearly.
true. We have a much higher opinion of you
We're
than
fairly
you.
sure this is a non-venomous snake.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's like a constrictor
it's
snake.
just a big snake. It's just
Is
a
it
big snake, and you're a teeny tiny. That's where the debate's coming from.
Yeah.
But you're also strong, you see.
Oh, then yes.
Yeah,
There
they
you go.
say yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
fine.
if like, we put like a black mamba or like an adder or something in someone's room, it's like, it doesn't really matter. Especially like, that's like context. Everything, if you're asleep, it's like, hi, and you're just dead. But
Yeah.
Non-venomous, I'll end it. Yeah, see,
if
you're
it's
right.
like a
Like, that's what
python,
I said.
you just pick it up, you're like, motherfucker!
Yeah.
Just slap it around the room. Like, it really hurt, and it'd probably bite you somewhere. It was awful. But like, if it bit my arm, I would just use my arm as a flail and turn it into like a morning star and just bonk it against the fridge until I
Damn.
either died or let go.
My God.
Damn.
I'm gonna continue.
Hercules with the cartoon. Hell yeah, get it, Hayden. Oh.
Using the belt cord on the other side as a bridge, the serpent silently descended into the victim's courses. In the dim light, it appeared to the young gentleman who was about to lose his life as a speckled band. In summary, the nature of this friend of yours, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a rare breed of snake whose markings change each time it sloughs its skin. A snake so dreadful, it can only imagine it would be found in the deepest depths of India.
He seems like the kind of person who would say Inja.
What?
Yeah, he seems like
what?
the kind of person
Somebody
who would
Inja.
pronounce it like that. Yeah.
Pronounce-
Inja.
India. Oh, India. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you saying?
It's literally the last
Precisely.
word you said.
It was so off, though. It's just like Inja. Like, what?
I know. It's incredibly off, but people say it like that.
My lady, I'm going on safari in India.
I'm going on safari to India.
I've got a cannon, and I'm looking for an elephant.
Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter, the grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life, and why?
Ow.
Aaron, don't die.
I've died.
According
No,
to the
that's
data
not allowed.
of which I have been apprised, it would appear that there were no visible signs of injury.
Just signs of injury.
In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by terrible venom.
It's gonna be a non-venomous snake, you fucking dick.
Now, if we take that as a fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime.
Oh no. Could there be?
Thanks, Hayden. No.
Yes, an examination of the deceased's body will prove the cause of death conclusively. The almost but not quite imperceptible puncture wounds left by the venomous fangs will seal the truth. Yes.
Aaron, was that a rock star or was that a Coke?
I already
rock
had
star?
the rock star. It's a Coke.
Oh, damn. Oh, my God.
Do it.
Yes, the vestiges of the snake bite delivered by your terrifying friend.
The vestiges!
Shom's out here working his fucking heart out. We're like, bleh.
Oh, yeah.
As I was saying.
Hell
This
yeah.
makes no sense. What is a vestige?
It's a great stream you can check out every Saturday.
There you
Nat19
go.
Official on Twitch. Yeah.
There's no point feigning ignorance, Miss Pavlova. After the incident, you endeavored to hide everything, didn't you? I fucking caught you! But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose, you fucking ninny.
Yeah.
That's right. You hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case. You fucking idiot. You fucking moron.
I fucking got you.
You buffoon. You ninny.
Hey, ninny. When we first met in this cabin, it came to my attention that your case moved periodically. Your serpent assassin was restless inside, no doubt.
You don't.
Eat it. You daft cow!
You daft cow! You fuckwit! You stupid cunt!
Jesus, he's going real hard in this bitch. Oh
I'm
my
to send
god.
you on a lifeboat to the colonies right now.
It is telling that the
You
victim made
donut.
note. You fucking donut! It is telling that the victim made note of a low whistling sound that he heard minutes before his end. That was your signal, was it not? The sound you had used to train your serpent friend.
To train?
It was so
Indeed.
bad for her. Because he's
You-
just going off, accusing her of shit, and she just hear like, I don't know what's happening, and there's a language barrier, and I just,
Yeah.
Poor girl.
Oh, I love him so much.
Mhm.
I love them.
They're
Indeed,
wonderful.
you put the serpent through this ventilator and wait. After a period, you'd summon it back with a whistle. You couldn't know if the animal had done its duty, so you would listen for signs of life next door. If the victim appeared to not have been dispatched, you'd release the snake once more. Do you deny this snake has undergone such training?
It's not true.
Having slithered through the ventilator and down the bell cord,
God
the
damn.
creature needed only to sink its fangs in once. And its venom would course through the victim's veins, ending his existence forever. That is the true nature of the speckled band that took the poor young man's life. You fucking ninnies. There can be no doubt. My logic is infallible.
Wow. Wow.
Try to keep up.
Oh my god.
He's such a fucking loser.
Yeah, I adore him.
Yeah. That thus concludes Aylox Shom's great deduction of the speckled band.
Everything you said is incorrect. Every single word.
Miss Pavlova has trained her pet snake as a killing machine. There on the floor, you will observe a saucer of milk. The promise of food is the key to training any creature.
Snakes, known lovers of milk.
Like right to the
Snakes.
snake on the floor, like
Incredible.
Snakes of the snakes of the deepest parts of India adore milk.
Why do you think they say it's milking their venom?
Oh.
You've solved the mystery.
Amazing.
This
Your great
vaguely
deduction.
useless Russian ballet dancer is an assassin sent to kill my best friend by Russia by way of Shanghai. Of course.
Of course, it only makes sense.
Ah.
Amazing. Your great deduction really lives up to its name. I see now why Aylox Sholmes has become such a household name. My dear man, it was nothing remarkable. As the Russians say, I could have done it with one left hand.
Fucking what? Could I venture an opinion, Mr. Sholmes?
But of course, what's on your mind?
Everything you said was completely wrong. It's just about your deductions before. Some things don't quite make sense to me.
I welcome questions as to my method, and will answer both loudly and proudly.
Jesus.
Oh, well, good. First of all, here we fucking go, boys. I got all this shit. Snakes are egg-laying creatures, part of the reptile family.
You are well informed, madam.
So Johnny Bravo, like what the fuck?
And reptiles, don't drink milk.
Ah,
It's really only mammals that like to drink milk, you see. So, I'm not sure it would be possible to train a snake using milk as a reward.
no matter. No doubt Miss Pavlova used some other treat to encourage her pet to do her bidding. Milk was merely an example. The logic holds.
Does it? Then what's the fucking saucer of milk for, you dipshit?
Anyway, well, there is something else. Snakes have no ears.
Ah,
Yes. So I'm not sure it would really be possible to signal a snake by whistling.
but madam, what of the tales from Arabia?
Rabia.
Arabia. Have you not heard of the snakes that
Butchering
dance to
all
the
of
sounds
these
of a
places.
flute?
I think perhaps the performers play their music in time with the snake's natural movements.
Oh, I see. No hands, no feet, no ears! These creatures are so inept to be practically useless!
Don't
Wow.
take it out on snakes, Mr. Sholmes.
Damn right. Goddamn right.
Snakes didn't do anything to you.
Yeah.
There is one other thing.
You have more?
Yeah, you're really bad at this.
No!
No!
Snakes use the scales on their bellies to propel themselves. So, I'm not really sure that a snake could manage to climb up a flat bell cord like the ones in these cabins.
Then it should try harder!
Oh my god.
Please,
Stop
please
dissecting
don't be
this!
angry. Please, stop yelling at me. Please don't be angry, Mr. Sholmes. The point is, even if the snake had gone through the ventilator to the next door cabin, it couldn't have come back without help. What I'm trying to say is that there are a number of reasons why it's difficult to imagine the snake could have had a part in this.
Fuck.
We've killed him. He's dead.
I'm not sorry. I think We need to step in and help again, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh no. You don't mean...
Yes, we need to modify Mr. Shulman's latest deductions and turn them into the great ones they ought to be.
I had a feeling that was coming.
Yeah,
All right, let's give it a try.
yeah.
Just what I was waiting for. Mr. Naruhodo!
God damn him to hell.
Yes, right.
So cast your eyes down to your wrists again.
What? Ha!
Oh my god!
You've done it again. Don't cuff me again.
Your handcuffs are gone!
Where did they go? Fear not. I shall see they're restored after our work is done.
I really wish you'd leave them off.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Now, everyone, let us begin. Aylox Holmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular.
Okay.
Hold it,
Yeah.
Mr. Sholmes.
Yeah, let's fix this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ahem. As I was saying, Miss Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. By moments, I mean a bit more than that. His death is nothing to do
No, it
with
feels
me.
like that was a fucking week ago.
This
or some
whole
shit.
thing is nothing to do with me. In your stupid broken English. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain.
She does have a pain expression on her face.
Yeah, that's true. She looks as though Kazuma-sama's death is weighing heavily on her mind.
But you're not sure Mr. Schultz has read her quite correctly, is that it? Could there be some other way to interpret her expression then?
Let's take a moment. And really look very closely at Miss Pavlova.
Really look.
They're both right up in her
Ooh.
face.
She's got a little scratchy on her hand. It's a fucking cat.
It's a fucking cat.
It's a fucking cat.
Meow. We wish to see your meow.
We wish to see your meow. Meow?
Ah, hooray.
All right, I'm done.
That's all we wanted. Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, look! That looks like a very painful wound.
Looks like a scratch made by some kind of small animal. And fairly recently, too.
Yeah. Well, whatever scratched her doesn't appear to be around here. Meow. Meow.
Okay, I'm gonna present that.
A grievous injury.
Yes.
Ah!
Ahem.
Yes. When you recall those horrid events, that claw scratch smarts with pain.
Indeed. And simple observation reveals that the wound is fresh.
Miss Pavlova, did you in fact receive that scratch sometime last night?
So cute.
When I think about the young man who died next door, I feel so bad. And when I am sad, the pain from this wound is worse.
Oh.
And is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So, we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that pretentious night?
No, it was an accident, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Well,
I'm looking at
naturally.
all the possible suspects, and I'm like, it's definitely not her. She didn't murder anyone, so it's either one of the sailors, or she pulled the alarm because her cat went missing and it fucking knocked him over and he died.
Oh no!
Why, naturally, it was the friends with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected, another telltale glance. Your eyes, they deceive you. You fucking idiot. You nincompoop.
Leave her alone. You're so mean.
Without doubt, your friend is the right thing has happened.
It seems likely that the scratch mark on the back of Miss Pavlova's hand was made by this friend of hers, doesn't it? Except, snakes don't have claws, do they?
No, they don't. They don't even have hands or feet on which claws might grow.
That would be lit, though, huh?
That would be
Well,
fucking sick.
If that snake isn't her pet, what is? What's the true identity of this friend of hers?
I'm pretty sure it's a kitty. We should follow her gaze and
Yeah.
hold us on.
Also, snakes can't make luggage rustle around,
That's where
Well,
we'll
this is-
find the answer.
repeatedly coiling up and slamming its face into the briefcase.
Oh, would you look at that?
Hey!
Oh,
And the broken thing in his room is the bell.
Mhm.
Look at the photograph in this frame. This must be something Miss Pavlova brought with her when she ran away.
Give me a minute.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh.
It's very cute.
it's so
Mhm.
cute.
But
She's exceptionally beautiful, isn't she?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
But personally, it's the little black creature she's holding that's caught my eye.
Yeah.
Maybe we better take a closer look at this. Fucking Susanna's like, what? She's not good enough for you?
No, what the fuck?
It's like, no. I'm being accused of murder.
What the fuck?
It's really not thinking about that right now.
Look at the little cat Miss Pavlova's cuddling here.
Oh, what a cute little kitten.
What?
It could vie.
I
Yeah.
thought,
Yeah.
okay. That. What does that mean?
It could compete.
Mhm.
Oh, that's cute.
It could vie with you, couldn't it, Naruhodo-san, for the blackest outfit?
Man.
A black kitten. And from the look of this picture, at least, Miss Pavlova seems very attached to it.
She's so happy holding her
Let us
baby.
present
Look at his little toe beans.
these little Toby.
I love him. I love him so much.
Without a doubt, your friend is the little kitten we see before us.
Yes, the scratch on the back of
She's
your
so
hand makes
scared.
that abundantly clear. Yeah.
Oh no.
The whereabouts of this black kitten isn't clear, but what is clear is that you brought the animal with you when you ran away, didn't you?
Fuck. She got hit with that info.
Durga is my best friend.
It was dark.
I couldn't leave her behind.
Darker would appear to be a Russian blue. And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary.
Wait.
The victim.
why is cat called blue and he's black cat?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? He can't be a Russian blue. It's a black cat. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
Are you
Ken.
wrong about fucking everything?
The victim's written observations on the night in question tell of a speckled band, whereas regrettably, this specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way.
I go back to my snake thing.
Anyway,
God damn it.
what explanation can we then give? Pray, what was this sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night?
No, don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this.
Oh, but it does! You have the answer to this quandary even now, hidden behind your back.
What? No.
Yes, that which you are trying but failing to conceal can only be the snake's lost skin.
God fucking damn it.
Did you see that? She just took something out of her pocket and hid it behind her back.
Yeah, kind of weirdly suspicious. If she just left it in her pocket, no one would have known.
Yeah, what the fuck? Oh, yes. Ploys! Like that are Mr. Shulm's specialty. He's ever so cleverly forced her to reveal something.
I thought deduction was a specialty. Or maybe
Everything's a
making me
specialty.
believe
It's
that
amazing.
was a ploy too.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.
Anyway. I find it hard to believe that that's the skin of a snake.
In which case,
Hell yeah. God
what is Miss
damn.
Pavlova hiding behind her back? Pardon me.
Wow.
Never. Will never pardon you.
You shan't be pardoned, boy.
Oh.
Ooh, what is the
It's like
Stick,
a kitty
stick,
toy.
stick. I got stick.
It's a stick!
Well, it is speckled and it is a band, but what is it? Seems to be soft and fluffy. A long piece of cloth of some sort.
Kitty toy.
And that looks like a handle at one end.
I think it may be a cat's toy. This sort is common in the West, apparently.
Unlike we, who never play with cats.
We're too dignified to play with the cute kitties.
Not with these.
How is that a toy
shit
for
toys.
cats?
Yeah. Cats like to chase the band around and paw at it. They're all like,
Just like that.
Tins in particular love that sort of play. You only need to wave it in front of them, and they pounce to catch it. And they're all like, "Habba," and you're like, "Ah!" And they're like, "Habba." It's great.
I feel like we aren't too proud to play with cats. I feel like this sounds like an experience. That
What?
sounds
No.
positively adorable.
Don't tell anyone I play with cats. They'll put me in jail.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, the thing you're trying but failing to conceal is, a cat's toy.
Precisely. And the true nature of the now infamous speckled band.
Get the fuck out of here.
And it
Like, I
was
knew
this
it all
toy that you
along.
dangled through the ventilator.
Like a fucking fishing rod. It clearly scratched her and just climbed up and went in the vent with it.
Yep.
You waved it around, I presume. Naturally, the victim would not fail to notice it.
But why? For what reason?
My dear boy, there can only be one answer to that.
Cat in the vent.
Cat in the vent.
After her feline friend disappeared through the ventilator into the neighboring cabin, Miss Pavlova attempted to use the speckled cat's toy to incite the creature to return.
Ah. She could have just knocked.
She wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he wasn't supposed to have it. Also.
That's
In
fair.
summary. In summary, the nature of this friend of Miss Pavlova's, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a blithesome Russian blue breed of cat by the name of Darka.
Got it.
Ah! Bleh! Bleh! Blood! Blood everywhere!
A truly troublesome feline young Darka is proving to be. She must be caged once found. You will forgive us for borrowing the photograph of your pet, Miss Pavlova. Photograph of Miss Pavlova and Darka has been entered into the court record. Photograph of Miss Pavlova and her friend, a kitten named Darka. The tiara she would wear on stage can also be seen.
I'm sure that won't be important.
Probably.
Interesting.
It was after I gave her her food last night. That's when it happened.
Huh.
She scratched the back of my hand and then ran up the bell cord. Before I could do anything, she had disappeared through the ventilator. Darka, she's so naughty.
Naughty murder cat.
Naughty murder cat. Bad girl. Bad girl.
Oh.
Ooh. All right. Moving on, we come to the heart of the
Suffocated by
matter.
a cute
The
kitten.
grim demise of the victim.
Corbosi makes a good point. Okay, but then where did the snake come from? Like,
That's
what does the snake fucking
Snake
have to
is
do with
sailors.
it? Hey,
That's why he's got the marks on his face.
that makes sense.
That makes
All
sense.
right, hell yeah.
How did this young man lose his life? And
And that's
why?
also why he was helping her get away with it. Because he's like, no, pet, good.
Aww.
According to the data of which I have been apprised, it would appear that there were no visible signs of injury. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. Wait.
God damn him to hell.
What Mr. Shom says is true. There were no signs of a wound anywhere on Kazuma-sama's body.
That's right. But Mr. Shom seemed to be unaware of one very important detail. Cosmo wasn't poisoned.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Or envenomed would be the proper term, I guess.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes, it would seem so. Let's give him the information he's missing now.
All right. So he was
Coroner's report.
Coroner's report. We got one of those.
Postmortem report.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Boom.
Got him.
Jumps at every single finger snap.
I love it. She's
Oh.
so cute.
In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by the post-mortem report.
Ah, yes. I knew it was one or the other.
His neck was.
Indeed, the breaking of the cervical vertebrae is fatal. Only that Goliath would be strong enough to survive that.
Oh my god.
Seeming
it's so
strong
fucking
enough
good.
isn't some immortal freak, you know?
His fucking face.
The
Oh.
jury is out. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have on good authority that the victim's neck was broken. Now, if we take that as a fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime.
No. Could there be?
Yes, an examination of the deceased body will prove the cause of death conclusively.
Cosmo died because his neck was broken. We just established that.
Yeah.
In other words, he was probably struck by something or someone.
Yes, that's a distinct possibility. As of yet, no weapon has been found, though.
Presumably, Darker didn't silently creep up behind Cosmo and deal him a fatal blow.
She might have. She's amazing. I suppose. I suppose. It's possible that he had a fall and hit the ground awkwardly. It could have been a terrible act of misfortune that he broke his neck completely by accident. He could have been a clumsy bitch, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yes. A bad fall could explain it.
It's rather hard to believe Kazuma-sama, though. He wasn't a clumsy man. I take back that thing I said before.
Unless the boat stopped suddenly for some fucking reason.
Oh shit.
We'll need to fix this deduction somehow. Is there anything from the scene that could explain what happened?
Probably this. Mark on the floor.
Yeah, I
Ooh.
assume so.
Yes.
Yes.
Fucking, you're just like skid marks, and like now who's being childish?
An examination of the mark on the floor will prove the cause of death conclusively.
This particular mark, so prominently visible next to the victim's body, is a deposit of shoe polish.
Shoe polish?
Indeed. Positively identified by a little analysis device I constructed, which I carry now as a matter of course. Beeswax, tallow, and dye were my results. The undeniable ingredients of shoe polish.
Yeah, I mean,
Shit,
that'll
look at
work.
that. Yeah, damn.
And the color of the polish is a perfect match to the color of Mr. Asogi's laced leather shoes. I don't know why the laced part is important to include, but it is.
I guess
But
so.
it is.
Looking at this mark, it's not hard to imagine what happened. For some reason, Mr. Asogi must have caught his foot at that point on the floor and tripped.
Please. No.
And by a dreadful turn of misfortune, caught his neck against some immovable object as he fell to the floor, suffering a fatal blow to the spine. The victim's vertebrae shattered, and in that instant, he lost his life.
Damn. Oh.
Oh. I don't know. I don't know anything about this.
Death via kitten.
No!
Is that really true, Miss Pavlova?
She doesn't know.
Oh, she looks so sad.
Yeah.
What about the evidence left at the scene where Mr. Asogi lost his life?
See, Tucker
Yes.
White gets it. He fell down some stairs.
Yeah. Yes, the facts are as clear as day to me. Oh, you did all you could to conceal the incriminating evidence. But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. That's right. You hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case.
I don't believe it! Cosmo-sama merely tripped over and now he's no more? It can't be true! I refuse to accept it! Rah! I'm knocking things over in the room out of outrage!
All right, Tommy Wiseau. I know it's hard to believe, but the mark on the floor does seem to suggest that's what happened.
But
And if this part of Mr. Showman's deduction is right, Miss Pavlova is trying to hide some evidence that would prove it. Here in this cabin, somewhere in the direction she just cast her eyes.
where, I wonder?
Let's have a good look around. The answer must be here somewhere.
But I just trashed the place, sorry.
Let's check the waste paper basket.
This is a waste paper basket. Perhaps
Yeah.
all the first-class cabins have them.
But Miss Pavlova's only started occupying this cabin late last night. Presumably there's not much rubbish in there yet. Kitty Bell.
What's that?
That's my line.
It's a... I'm sorry, do it.
It's a broken piece of glass, isn't it? There we go. I took yours.
Oh, shit.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is! We're just mixed up for the rest of this fucking encounter.
Oh no.
What are you doing with that gun, Captain?
Doing what needs to be done.
I feel like I've seen it somewhere before.
No one has seen this gun.
If it looks familiar, perhaps it's more than your mind simply playing tricks on you.
Present.
Yes.
Yeah, finger. That's right. You hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that waste paper basket.
Here we have a fragment of some intricate glass object. It would seem one that has a similar air, in fact.
Precisely. We found another piece of broken glass on the floor in Mr. Asogi's cabin. And as you can see, the two pieces fit together perfectly.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
So, Miss Pavlova, shall we consider what this tells us? Why would it be that part of this glass object, which was evidently broke at the scene of the victim's death, should be found in the waste paper basket in your cabin?
Oh.
You're well acquainted with this glass bell, are you not?
Also, don't put glass bells on your cat, lady.
I know.
Yeah, that's not safe.
Cats are stupid.
Yeah. I don't know, in that hushed Russian accent of yours won't save you this time, dear girl. Why? Because we have conclusive evidence linking you to the bell in question.
What?
Take it away, Mr. Naruto.
Just points at picture.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
the picture, yeah. Like,
Yes. The evidence linking Miss Pavlova and the little glass bell, that would be
is the picture.
the picture of the cat.
Yeah.
The door of the gate.
If you look at this photograph, you can clearly see hanging from Darker's collar, fuck off big glass bell.
It's
The
true.
very glass bell in question.
Oh,
Wow.
The truth is caught up with you, Miss Pavlova. The young man who lost his life last night did so after a truly inauspicious fall.
And the cause of that fateful stumble? Your fucking cat.
Oh shit.
oh.
Yep. Your absent feline friend.
Feline friend.
Darker.
Darker.
He did it.
With more flair. With more
Fucking
flair, boy.
rose
Come
up
on.
in this bitch.
More flair, boy. Come on. If you're going to be my Watson, you gotta get with the program.
Man, I didn't sign up for this.
I signed you up.
Why are my handcuffs back on?
You'll be my Watson or else.
I couldn't tell anyone. I'm sorry.
Girl.
Girl.
Oh, no.
Death by tripping over a cat.
Oh, I hope the cat's okay.
Cat's not there.
Yeah. But I hope he's okay.
Just a little floaty on the water, like.
Oh no!
You shan't take me today, Poseidon.
Yeah, Darka, a tough bitch. She knows what's up.
That's the cat in the middle of the ocean, just frowning at the sky.
And she will just like sat, like perched to the edge of one of those ring floaties, just
Yeah.
a grim look on its face, a lightning storm rolling in. It's like, bring it on, you son of a bitch.
Hell yeah, get it, Darka, you wild bitch.
Why don't you tell us now, Miss Pavlova? Tell us exactly what happened last night. Also, can I pet your cat? They did kill
Please.
my friend.
Please.
It was a little after 1 in the morning. It was so late, but I hadn't had time to feed Darka, so I gave her some food. And then, all of a sudden, she scratched me and jumped out of my hands.
She was afraid of the boat moving.
People do say that cats become very anxious and nervous in new environments.
It's true.
She was so fast. She disappeared through the ventilator before I could stop her.
And that is how you acquired the rather nasty wound on the back of your hand, I take it?
Yes.
Yes.
And I had read the rules on the wall. I knew that I was not allowed Darka with me.
Yes, modern science suggests that animals can carry infectious diseases. It's a precaution, really.
So I listened and listened, trying to hear it. Trying to hear if there was some noise in the next cabin. It was very quiet. I was sure if someone was there, he must be sleeping.
So at that point, you thought it safe to try to lure the kitten back again? By dangling the end of the toy through the ventilator and into the adjoining cabin.
Darka always loved toys. Loves this toy. But it didn't work. Nothing worked. I tried using her favorite toy. I tried whistling to her softly, but nothing. She didn't return.
So the faint whistling sound Cosmo wrote about in his diary was Miss Pavlova trying to retrieve her pet.
Cats have a propensity to remain hidden in the shadows when frightened.
He had food in his cabin, right?
We had
was
the chicken.
Yeah, there was chicken, but it was
Yeah.
eaten.
Yeah.
So you might
Renosuke
have smelled
ate it.
chimkin.
Yeah, Renosuke ate the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Fair.
Yes. Well, so there was nothing else I could do. I just had to wait until she had calmed down. But then,
Thud.
I nearly passed out with shock. I heard her cry out, and then, oh, it was such a dreadful bang. And then afterwards,
Wake
nothing.
us up.
It was totally silent.
Cosmo was.
From the appearance of the brown mark on the floor, it seems likely that that what you heard was the victim stepping on the glass bell and tripping up. The SS Buria is a large vessel, but even she can pitch and roll violently without warning. If Mr. Osogi was already off balance as a result of the ship lurching when the kitten got under his feet, the combination of unfortunate factors could easily have caused him to fall over. But what became of the kitten afterwards?
In the end, I managed to get her to come back through the ventilator.
Oh, good.
Yet Taka is nowhere to be seen.
I must have forgotten to lock my case. And now she's disappeared again.
Gracious, that cat is as insufferably restless as I am.
Well, he knows something about himself, at least.
Damn.
When I woke this morning, I heard that a young man in the cabin next to mine had died. But I couldn't bring myself to tell anyone what had happened. I was too scared. Scared that they would send me back.
Wait.
Oh, hold on a minute. What about the snake?
You're right. Where is it?
The snake isn't your friend, Miss Pavlova. But whose is it and where did it come from?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's my little baby.
What on earth is such a dangerous creature doing on board this ship?
He's not dangerous. He a good boy.
Oh, I didn't say. Snake is my friend. His name is Proziko. Pirozko.
What the fuck?
What?
That snake belongs to you?
He escaped from his cage when emergency alarm sounded. I was looking for him. I did not expect to find him in here. He was trying to eat cat.
I was thinking it too, Aaron. Like,
Yes, how did the snake get into this cabin?
But animals are not permitted on board.
Ha! We are at sea for 1 year. You want to be so long without close friend? Without someone who understands?
oh,
Find someone a little more human who understands you better?
how fucking dare you?
Or, sea cat?
Yeah.
CK.
Boats
my
have
dear-
cats!
But my dear burly fellow, a gargantuan venomous snake? Surely you can appreciate the danger you're putting everyone in.
Нет, no venom, only choke. Yeah?
Yeah.
Roscoe does not have venom.
Yeah.
He is harmless. Very long, but very gentle. He's adorable like Granny.
It's
He
Venomous.
is. He's right.
Yes. Now he's hungry, so he's in bad mood. But once I feed him, you'll see big smile.
Aw.
And you feed him what? Milk, I suppose?
Oh.
Ha! Like they say, milk chickens? Ridiculous. Snakes that drink milk are only in stupid stories. Roscoe eats mouses. Big, fat, round mouses.
Oh, all right.
That's right, there's a mousetrap in the
That's
hallway.
right. There's a mousetrap. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm pretty sure in the original Speckled Band story, they're making fun of the original story.
Because it drinks milk.
Yeah.
Gives this thing drinks milk. Okay, that's fair. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, so... Is that what the mousetrap in the passageway out there is for?
Of course. How else can I catch my friend's favorite? My fucking hand. How else can I catch my friend's favorite food?
I think it's just top of the food chain, like that look in their eyes right now.
It refuses to drink milk. It can't hear a whistle. It can't climb up a bell cord. It's not even venomous. How the deuce is something so inept to land a starring role?
Damn. Damn.
It's not my fault. I do not make up stories. My Piroz's got nothing to do with this incident.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
Oh.
That's the truth behind my best friend's tragic death. Cat.
Cat. Kitten.
A whoopsie goof, if you will.
Mhm.
A
It's
whoopsie
true.
goofy.
Miss Pavlova?
Eh?
I understand the difficult situation you find yourself in, and I do sympathize. But please remember this. A young man lost his life. If you're going to attempt to cover up your guilt with lies, then no matter what the circumstances, I cannot forgive you.
But
What are you talking about, Miss Mikitoba? What lies? Miss Pavlova has just confessed everything.
What the fuck's going on?
It was
I
just
mean,
a series
to
of
be fair-
unfortunate events. My favorite book series.
An
And
excellent series.
I'm no great detective like Mr. Sholmes. I don't have a gift for knowing the truth. But even I can see.
That was not the truth.
Don't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? I'm dragging you into this.
To be perfectly honest, yes. There's a discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story. I'm sure of it. I just can't quite put my finger on it.
I confess. I was intending to let Scotland Yard deal with any outstanding issues on this matter.
Oh,
I'm only
Provosti's
present
right.
here for a very specific reason.
Again,
truth is-
Provosti's right. The whole fucking snake thing. Series of Unfortunate Events, a book series which also has a snake being mistaken for being venomous.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fucking cool.
The truth is, you, Mr. Naruto, are simply a distraction.
a distraction?
I do hope you've not been finding your shackles too uncomfortable.
Son of a bitch!
Again, why did they do that?
Especially as they're on your wrists as a result of my intervention. I was rather hoping I could resolve matters before we made our next port call.
You were Mr. Sholmes?
Yes, but I overlooked one important detail. The deceased young man was a very close companion of yours. Was he not?
We were roommates.
Yes. Cosmo was my closest friend. I owed him my freedom, even.
In that case, we must follow this to its conclusion. No further distractions. You must uncover the real truth here, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes, whatever that may be. The key to this is the discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure. If I can chase that down, maybe the truth will become clear.
It's the boy.
Our
The truth about how you really died. About how that scene in your cabin really came to be. All right, I'll see what I can do.
Excellent. Carrie,
Thank you, Mr. Naruhodo.
there you
Listen, it takes a fucking second.
go.
It does. You're a bitch ass.
So then, shall we begin?
Yes.
What we should ponder first is the victim who lost his life in a cabin that was bolted shut from the inside. Was this truly an unfortunate accident? Or was it in fact no accident at all? That is what we must establish in the first instance.
Dude, if he fell and randomly broke his neck, how would he have time to write something down with ink? Like,
True.
yeah, that's
He also wrote something in Russian,
Yep.
which I don't think Cosmo spoke Russian.
pretty fucking sure he didn't, so that's sus as hell.
Yeah. But we've already established it, haven't we? The man tripped over the kitten that had climbed its way into the cabin via the ventilator. Tragic, yes, but still an accident.
You want to know how I know he can't speak Russian?
How?
Why would he have wrote "keep out" and put it on the door in Japanese if he could have done it in Russian?
Yeah, you right, bitch. You right.
Wait, let's just take a step back. It doesn't make sense if that's really what happened, does it?
I'm going to have to ask you to spell it out for me, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's starting to take shape now. There's a clear contradiction between the facts and Miss Pavlova's story here. The evidence is right there in Cosmo's cabin. It's undeniable. His death possibly couldn't have been a mere accident.
Really? Let us show our hand, Mr. Naruto. Time to present the evidence. The evidence that proves unequivocally that the victim's death was no mere accident. All right, what are we doing? What are we presenting?
Oh, in it the photo of him like writing? That seems weird.
That seems like a good call.
Yeah.
What do you think, Aaron?
Yeah, I mean, that's probably our best bet for now.
Yes!
Cool.
Yes!
Yes.
The truth is clearly recorded in this photographic print. There's no way that Mr. Asogi could have left this message on the floor.
The script. It's Russian, isn't it? Indeed it is. The word written means wardrobe.
Oh.
I see what you mean. Most people would leave a dying message in their native tongue. Japanese in this case.
But maybe he was studying Russian. It is a simple language. He could have picked it up very fast.
It doesn't seem likely. That's actually not the point. Makes no difference whether he knew Russian or not.
Sorry? What do you mean?
Exactly what I said before. There's no way Mr. Asogi could have left this message on the floor. And the reason why is clearly explained here. Damage to the cervical vertebrae resulting in instant death. Instant death.
Ah!
Which means after the victim fell on the floor, he couldn't possibly have written anything. Instant death isn't really a thing, because he was already dead.
That's not the only reason either. There's something else we found in Mr. Asogi's cabin. A remnant of something that couldn't possibly have been there, if what Miss Pavlova told us was true.
What?
Yay.
The more the merrier.
Yeah. God damn it.
So, Susato-san has noticed it too, then. Putting this message on the floor aside, there's something else that gives the truth away. Another piece of evidence that proves this was no accident. In other words,
Oh.
What could it be?
What could it be?
Could it be...
papers proves not
What else
Russian.
Go.
The bell, I guess, because they hid evidence.
Yeah, because it's only
Yeah?
half the bell.
Yeah.
Take this!
Yes.
Yeah.
This piece of broken glass next to the mark on the floor.
But that's the glass bell the kitten had around its neck. We already know all about that. It was broken in half when the victim tripped over the cat and fell. So we already have a satisfactory explanation. Where's the flaw in that logic?
How do you get back under the waste paper bed?
Unfortunately, there's a very big flaw. A fatal flaw.
What?
If that's really what happened, then how did one half of the bell end up back here in this cabin?
Yeah.
Ah! Brilliant!
Oh my god!
Oh,
Yes. Remember that we found the other half of the glass bell in that waste paper basket.
amazing!
Would you care to explain that, Miss Pavlova?
Yes, please do! Oh, I'm so excited!
Oh my gosh, I'm so hot. I love a murder mystery, me.
I love this murder mystery shit going on right now. Oh!
Oh no.
Both these pieces of evidence clearly point to the same conclusion. That when Mr. Asogi died last night in his cabin, there was someone else in the room.
Oh. Jeez.
And that same person deliberately arranged the scene to disguise the truth
It's really looking like a turd right now,
in
but
order
it
to
wasn't.
cover up his or her own guilt.
Yes, there was someone else present in Mr. Asagi's.
This is Stroganoff.
You're wasting time. Yeah, he's in on this. Someone else was there? Duh, of course, we know this. Who's you, murder man?
Oh, shit.
What are you talking about?
Bulkhead was bolted shut from inside. There's no way in or out.
Oh, yes.
Oh, thank you, Angry Nightwise.
The only other person in the cabin when young student died was you.
Yes!
No
Yes,
shit,
it was
Sherlock.
me. I murdered him.
It's true. I was in the cabin when it happened.
You are shut inside the cabin wardrobe. To be precise about the details.
But I don't know Russian. There's no way I could have left that message.
Not would have. There's no way you could have left that message. To be
Oh,
precise
weird.
about the details.
I corrected myself by accident.
Damn.
Would you mind?
Forgive me, my dear fellow.
Oh my god.
As I was saying. The person in question wrote the word wardrobe in Russian on the floor. In an attempt to incriminate me for the crime, even though I'd been asleep in there the entire time. And then, the same person picked up the broken glass bell that had fallen to the floor, for fear of it becoming evidence that would show how Mr. Asogi really died.
But why wouldn't this person have taken all the pieces of the bell away? Leaving half behind was always going to raise questions.
Yes, well,
It was past 1 o'clock in the early hours of the morning, and the cabin would have been quite dark. The single small lamp suspended from the ceiling would barely have cast any light onto the floor there. Little wonder then that the culprit failed to notice a fragment on the of the tiny item.
You'll suspect me, don't you?
A little bit.
you do not hurt, tiny lady. It was me. I snap his neck like egg. Seaman Stroganoff.
Blech.
Nina is woman of sea. She is daughter of strong sailor. 2 years ago, they noticed her dancing skills and she went away to join ballet company. But before, she was dancer on this ship, a member of the ship's band.
Oh.
You do not accuse ship's angel of being criminal.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's it. You say that when young student died, Nina was there in his cabin. But that is not possible. I give my tooth.
Oh.
Not your tooth. Wow. This is almost interesting. And why would you give your tooth, pray? How can you be so sure?
You're a great detective. You should know. Look truth in eyes. Cabin bulkhead was bolted from inside. Nobody could go into cabin. Not Nina, not anyone. The more the merrier.
Yeah.
Or do you want to tell me that killer can walk through locked doors? Niet! It's impossible. He's right. If only there was something that could explain how the door could be locked after the fact.
Damn it!
Fuck.
Damn it!
Damn it.
But wait, I've read about this in detective stories. People often tie thread around door latches so they can open and close them from the outside.
Thread? Are you stupid?
A little bit,
These
yeah.
bulkheads are not barn doors.
Certainly not. These are watertight doors, as one would expect to find on any modern steamship. Constructed of heavy steel, with not a gap in sight. No threads or needles or magnets could have been used.
No, of course not. I thought so too. But Mr. Naruhodo suggested it earlier, so...
Sato-san, how can you shift it onto me like that?
Listen, he's a dummy.
The more the merrier.
The more the merrier. So Seaman Stroganov has a valid point. The cabin door couldn't have been bolted shut from the outside. Not necessarily.
What?
I put it to you that I could bolt this cabin door without laying a finger on it.
What?
And in this very cabin, we can see the traces of the method I have in mind having been used before. I don't believe it. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, I believe you know what I mean, don't you?
A way to shut the bolt of the cabin door from the outside? One way does spring to mind, yes.
Do you really know what Mr. Sholmes means, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes. And so should you,
Listen, I'm a dummy.
because we've seen it happen.
Got him.
What?
Indeed we have. So, would you care to do the honors, Mr.
Oh
Naruhodo?
yeah, I've wanted to do this all day. I'll be right back.
Hell yeah.
Alright. We gotta fucking find the thing.
Point out the signs of the
Find the
method
thing.
that was used to slide it. The knocked over shit.
Yeah, it's the knocked over shit on the shelf. Yeah.
Yes! Yes!
Yes.
Look at the bookcase there. See all the books and things kind of toppled over?
That must have happened when the ship made its emergency stop before.
Yes, that's right. It's a very powerful vessel after all. When the engines are thrown into reverse, a violent jolt goes across the entire ship. Any small objects that aren't fastened down are bound to fall over.
I believe, yes, it's what's known as the force of inertia acting on the objects.
Think nothing Susato-san doesn't know? Or that isn't in her book, at least.
Damn.
Well, whatever it's called, the same force that pushed over the books in the bookcase also made something else in this cabin move.
Oh,
Delock.
Oh!
the leg.
It was very obvious just after the emergency stop that the ship made earlier. We'd come into this cabin a lot long before and hadn't bolted the door. But then,
But then.
echo time.
Hello, is anybody in there? Shout if you need assistance.
Resistance.
Oh, that sounds like.
Perfect.
Inspector Oberonnaga! Gah, 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 gah. It's really hard to echo in this voice. Oh, yes! That's it! When the ship stopped suddenly, the bolt flew across and locked the door. It was all like, pya!
It was like,
Yes, it's made of metal, but it's small and light enough to be moved by the ship's sudden change of speed. Again, I think people probably would have noticed historically, given that the ship isn't brand new and has been in service for a while now. Or the force of ineptia, if you want to call it that.
Are you trying to say that last night, after Mr. Asogi was killed,
Okay, so maybe not yeah, but like yeah. Also, I really gotta feel very big.
Okay.
the SS Burrier made another emergency stop? Oh.
When I woke up this morning and looked around the cabin, I thought it looked a little odd. All the books on the shelves had toppled over, and all the ornaments. It was almost as if someone had run their hand across the shelves and deliberately knocked everything over. Oh yes, I remember that. And I stood them all up again, didn't I? Then when we came into the cabin, we were surprised to see the same thing in here. All the books and everything had toppled over, just like in Mr. Asogi's cabin. Oh my! Do you have anything to say about this, Miss Pavlova?
Hayden says that Nemric and Taguchi's dice have been pulled.
Ah.
I'm so excited. I'll check it after stream.
Are you out of your mind? You say Puri made the emergency stop?
It does seem a little far-fetched. How could that possibly have happened? Unless you're saying that the culprit is actually someone from the engine room. Ah, it is simple enough. Are you forgetting the button in the passageway outside? Used to trigger the emergency alarm?
Oh yes, of course. There was a notice, wasn't there, telling you only to press the button in times of emergency?
On dark nights. What'd you say?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just getting my echo ready.
Okay, cool. On dark nights when the fog is dense, the captain cannot afford to rely on the eyes of his lookout alone. Hence the placement of a number of buttons around the vessel to allow any crewman to raise the alarm.
Oh, sweet. Didn't have to do shit.
Nice. The sort of button one is almost compelled to press to satisfy one's curiosity. Ooh.
Bleh. Wait. It was you?
The emergency stop earlier was his fault. Oh, I love it. When the button is pressed, two things happen in the interest of safety. The emergency alarm bell rings, and the vessel comes to a complete stop. As it did a little earlier today. Yeah, blah, 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 blah.
Mr. Sholmes. Surely it wasn't you who...
As I always say, a button
about
has but
Aaron's
one purpose in life.
I'm just gonna be quiet now, Aaron. Do it.
Now you're
To be
back.
pressed,
Damn it.
whatever the occasion. Fucking the emergency stop earlier in the day, he pressed the button. He pressed the emergency stop button.
Oh my god.
Sounds like he's almost proud of himself.
Yeah. Fucking, you didn't miss much, by the way. It was basically just him explaining that there are emergency stop buttons around the boat that someone pressed to lock the door.
All right. Okay.
How dare you mess with the ship? I kill you with venomous snake. Venomous milk drinking snake.
You lied about it.
Ah! Have a
I
milk
report you
drinking
to
snake.
cabin. You're in much trouble now.
Now, I'm sure all that can wait until later. Let us
Calm
not
down,
overlook the
calm
fact that
down.
we have now learnt a valuable lesson. When the vessel makes an emergency stop, the bolts on the cabin doors slide closed.
Hey, how would we not know that?
So,
well.
what we must now consider.
Yes, it all comes down to one thing now. Last night, after what happened to Mr. Osagi, did it? I nailed it.
Good job.
Did this ship make an emergency stop, or did it not?
You're idiots. Boarding a huge ship with many passengers. If we make emergency stop even in the middle of night, there would be chaos everywhere.
What are your thoughts, Mr. Naruto?
Well, it's certainly possible that some kind of emergency happened last night. We have evidence to support that idea.
Really? What evidence, Mr. Naruto?
Fascinating. Do show us, my good man. What evidence promotes the theory that some emergency gripped the vessel last
Logbook.
night? The what? The book?
Logbook.
Oh.
No, not
The-
diary logbook.
This logbook, you say?
Oh,
That logbook.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Present.
Seaman Stroganoff. It's due to the patrol of first-class air of the ship, is that right? That is correct. Why? And the ship's log here. This would be where you record the details of your duties? What are you doing with that? That is mine.
Ah, you rather carelessly left it atop the little makeshift bureau in the passageway out there. But as responsible passengers, we took it into our care with a mind to return it to you later.
The more the merrier. I left it there on purpose. That's why I put it always. The point is, looking at what you usually record, it's clear that under normal circumstances, you write the phrase, "nothing to report," every 30 minutes. But from 2 o'clock last night until first light this morning, nothing was recorded at all.
So where the fuck were
No.
you? What were you doing?
Nothing recorded in the log.
That is, because nothing happened. But if nothing happened, you would normally write, "nothing to report," wouldn't you? Don't know why you would write it in English, given that this is a Russian vessel and you're Russian, and I can read it, so it's clearly in English. But
What the fuck?
anyways, yeah. Oh, geez, thank you
Indeed
for the
so.
sub bomb. Mwah.
Oh, thank
Oh
you
my
so
gosh.
much.
Gosh. Something happened aboard the SS Burrier. Something significant. I can't fucking read. Something sufficiently significant to make you forget to fill in the ship's log. In
I don't
fact,
fairness, that's kind of a tongue twister. Like I don't
Sufficiently
want to do that one.
significant is close to like red leather, yellow leather.
yeah,
man. Oh.
it's difficult.
Are you suggesting that the ship really did make an emergency stop in the middle of the night?
Stop talking rubbish.
If I'm perfectly honest, I found that a little hard to believe myself.
Oh, why?
Well, because if something as major as an emergency stop really had happened, surely all of us would have noticed.
That's very true. Thanks to the emergency stop we experienced earlier, we all know what it feels like now. The ship lurched so violently, and the alarm bell was so loud. I can't imagine that anybody would sleep through that, even if it happened in the dead of night.
Well, no, that's a good point.
What of the throbbing? Oh, you know about the throbbing. Sorry, what do you mean? Don't talk to me about your throbbing.
Very uncomfortable.
Your head, man! Your throbbing head! The throbbing of your head since this morning.
What? We were
Wow.
going so fast that it just dinged everyone's head off or something, and the whole ship just fell unconscious.
God.
The throbbing of your head since this morning. We have all suffered with it.
Oh my god.
Oh, yes. I have had a headache, you're right. In fact, I haven't been feeling myself since I woke up today.
Nor have I! My head's been feeling heavy ever since dawn.
Yes, you've all been afflicted, haven't you? Just as I suspected.
It's carbon
He's
monoxide!
right. My head's been throbbing today, too.
I'm telling you, bitch. I'm telling you.
My arch nemesis, carbon monoxide. Since eating dinner yesterday evening, everything has felt sort of hazy. I can't really remember anything that happened after I climbed back inside the wardrobe. Alright, dicks. There we go. Then the first thing I noticed this morning was a throbbing pain in my head. I'd already been dragged out of the wardrobe and had those handcuffs put on me by that point. Why didn't I wake up when all this was happening to me?
Carbon monoxide, bitch. I'm telling you.
Tell me, Mr. Naruto. You boarded this vessel as a stowaway, didn't you?
Oh, well, yes. Sorry.
The stowaway class of accommodation doesn't usually include meals. What did you survive on?
Well, Cosmo looked after me. He was always happy to share his meals.
So you enjoyed some of the whole roast chicken dish that was served yesterday evening, I take it?
Yes! In fact, I had all of that. Cosmo wasn't fond of chicken.
Oh, really?
the fuck?
So the victim didn't eat
Who the
any
hell
of the
doesn't
chicken
like
at all?
Whatever.
That's right, he didn't touch it. Is that relevant?
Not at all!
Please.
My dear fellow, does that not strike you?
Oh! Mr. Sholmes, do you mean to say that there was something wrong with the Chim Kid?
I do.
No! Really? Is that really true?
The meal prepared for the passengers last night had been tampered with. tampered with by the addition of a soporific designed to induce a very deep slumber in those who consumed it.
Oh my god.
A sleeping drug.
Do you mean whoever did this laced every meal with a sleeping drug so no one would notice the ship's emergency stop?
Oh my god.
Mr. Naruhodo, of course that's not what Mr. Sholmes means. What a far-fetched idea.
Precisely. Lacing every meal of every passenger on board with a soporific drug would certainly be impossible. Unless, that is, every single member of the crew was a conspirator. What?
Mr. Sholmes!
Well, Seaman.
Oh. Ooh.
I'm sorry to say that any more deception in this matter will only get you nowhere.
Oh my god.
If you refuse to talk, there would If you refuse to talk, there would have to be an inquiry made through the shipping company, of course. And were that to happen, every member of the crew and the captain himself would be hauled over to the coals for aiding and abetting a renegade. Oh.
Please, no more. I will tell everything.
Oh.
I cannot make problems like this for everyone anymore.
These crewmen are your former comrades, I believe.
Yes. So when I decided to run away, I asked them for help.
We all agreed to help, everyone together. She threw away everything, her fame in the ballet, Mother Russia. We wanted to help our angel.
I don't believe it.
You're right, we put sleeping drug in chicken last night.
What the
Yes,
fuck?
I remember now. I did notice chewing on a lump of something strange and bitter at one point,
Oh.
and I didn't spit it out because I'm a fucking freak.
You know what the fuck?
We could not make all drug, how you say, dissolve.
Oh my god.
Talk about heavy seasoning.
Ugh.
Grasp.
At midnight in waters near Shanghai, we brought our angel on board. She was helped by comrade on shore with small fishing boat.
Well, all the passengers of the SS Burrier slept soundly. Thanks to the almost magical effects of the slumber, inducing potion. Blech. Fucking. I'm gonna try that again. Thanks to the almost magical effects of the slumber-inducing potion their evening meals had contained.
So if that's what happened, the only people awake on the ship last night were the crew, people who disliked chicken, and the newly boarded passenger, Miss Pavlova.
Oh my god.
And that means it would have been possible for you. You could have used the emergency stop trick to lock Kazuma's cabin door.
Oh. But how does that make sense? Surely every cabin door would have ended up locked in that case, and there would have been complete chaos.
The people who came out to complain would unlock those doors.
Yeah, I fucking.
I wouldn't say so. What?
Of course.
They'd all be in bed at that point. They all would have locked their doors. Like,
Just like that, just like us, all the other passengers would have eaten their evening meal of chicken in their cabins. After which they would have been overwhelmed by tiredness because of the sleeping drug.
Quite. And accordingly, all passengers were already in their cabins for the night.
Yes!
The overwhelming majority of passengers would habitually sleep with their cabin doors bolted anyway, and so not one of them would have found it remarkable to find the door locked in the morning. In summary, in order to fasten the bolt of a single cabin door on the ship, The culprit brought the entire vessel to an emergency stop in the early hours of the morning.
Eh.
Oh.
You have talked a long time and said many things. What is point?
The point is what I said earlier. There was somebody else present on the scene when the victim lost his life last night. Someone left a message in Russian on the floor in an attempt to incriminate another. Someone who tried desperately to hide the broken fragments of glass that would reveal the culprit's identity. And someone who abused the ship's emergency stop procedure in order to lock a door. All told, a busy night.
But I don't know anything. I don't know about any of this. I am just a little girl.
I'm just a baby.
You like to speak with your long English words and explain your clever ideas. But I am sailor, and sailors don't listen to long, boring stories. We don't believe. Sailors like me, we trust only what we see with our eyes.
A laudable trait.
See this, motherfucker? Bang!
I'm quite of the same disposition, my good man. Observation to me is everything. Mr. Naruhodo,
Oh, yes?
do you hear it? That accusatory cry of guilt on the wind?
What accusatory cry of guilt?
Meow!
Sorry, you've lost me.
Proof of involvement, man. Can't you hear such a call with your ears? No, you must hear it with your eyes, for observation is the basis of all deduction.
Oh my god.
What are you
Talking about!
Poor boy.
I believe the time has come. For one final logic and reasoning spectacular to expose the
fuck.
truth. Here we go, boy! Let's fucking go! Yes!
This really gets them all.
Out of his mind.
Put the logic in my veins!
Welcome to my
Observation! Deduction!
That's about right.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, your assistance is for you, please.
So, you know, why is you
With
you don't
what
know.
exactly, Mr. Shums?
With observation, my dear fellow. Just as I said of these two provocateurs.
The whole chat's fucking on to me. They think I pushed them down
Observation.
What? They think what?
Carrie
Fucking
pushed,
on to
You pushed them down the stairs, didn't you?
Yeah. I did.
Got him.
You don't know that.
If you remember, Mr. Naruhodo did it. We know that
Good job.
somebody tried to fabricate evidence, don't we? By tampering with the scene of Mr. Asogi's death. What we're looking for is some trace of evidence that one of these two was there when it happened.
Precisely. You are delightfully quick to grasp my meaning.
All right, I'll see what I can see. So we're looking for a trace of evidence that shows someone else was there last night when Kazuma died. The bell, I assume. Oh, we're looking in the room, I see. Look at...
What's going on there?
Why are we looking at her earring? Where?
This is you.
She has such petite ears among that beautiful hair. Her one ear, her other one's cut off. Like little pink shells.
Oh, what's
Oh.
that?
Oh, let's look closer.
There's something attached to her ear.
Ah, I expect that's what's called an earring. It's a little piece of jewelry.
An earring, is it? Really is tiny.
Perhaps part of it is missing. Maybe it broke off. So now all that's left is the clasp part that attaches it to the ear.
If that's the case, She doesn't appear to have noticed that it's broken.
Yeah, because one of them, yeah,
Can we
looks
look at her
like
left ear?
that.
Oh, yeah.
It's fancy.
It's a big honking earring, yeah.
big honking earring.
Mm-hmm.
Little moon on it. Aw.
That's a little moon with a little blue heckin' gem in there. Oh. She's got petite ears along with that beautiful hair like Little Big Show.
Oh, what's that? There's something dangling down from her ear.
Yeah, it's true.
You're right.
That's an earring. The crescent moon part looks as though it's made from wood.
Oh, I thought it was all gold. All right.
Apparently not.
It's charming, isn't it?
Women do seem to love adornments like that. Weird
Women do
casual
be loving
misogyny.
jewelry, am I right?
Ladies do be shopping, fellas. Am I right? Am I right?
That's what it fucking felt like. Like, what the hell?
Like them.
In their hair, around their necks, on their fingers, even hanging from their ears, it seems.
Well, jewelry is beautiful, Narahara-san. Hint, hint.
Hint, hint. What's
Oh.
that?
He's got ink on his shirt! Ooh!
Ooh.
Look at this. Some kind of
Some kind
stain. In an unusual place.
Yes!
Check out
You're
his
right.
arse.
Nice. Look at his arse.
God damn.
It looks like ink, if I'm not mistaken.
Ink.
Mm.
And look at the color, too. It's clear where this came from.
We'll suggest that someone else was there at the scene. Him! With this?
Him! Him with the ink stain.
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
Present!
Yeah,
Yes!
you son of a bitch. How?
Seaman Stroganoff.
Ugh.
You seem to have quite a large purple stain on the back of your white uniform there.
Eh?
Oh,
Ah, yes, I don't know where the dirt comes from.
So nothing in particular comes to mind about this stain?
What are you trying to say?
It would appear that the significance of this stain has escaped your attention, Seaman. What's it so funny? Allow us to make it plain!
It's a very large purple stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's uniform.
And I think what it's made of, it's clear. Did it?
What made it is clear. Yeah.
Indeed it is. So, Mr. Naruto, present the evidence that proves it. Do it! Do it now!
My pleasure.
All right, do it!
All right, then, the evidence that proves what the stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's uniform really is.
Stop talking about it, just do it!
fuck.
I'm deducing.
do it
God.
quickly! Oh.
Oh.
It's this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yes!
Yes. It's this photograph and the ink it shows. That's what caused the stain on your uniform.
Ink?
A rather unusual,
What is this ink you speak of?
a rather unusual color of ink. Purple.
Ah!
Ah, the penny drops. At last. Now you see the significance.
The Russian word on the floor next to the victim's body is written in purple ink.
Booster
And the stain on the
Axel.
back of your uniform is ink of exactly the same color.
Booster Axel, I'm not the one getting horny for deduction. It's Sholmes.
It is. It's shown.
Yeah.
Just because I study the method doesn't
Yeah.
mean that I happen to be horny.
And
If
just
I am, it's merely a coincidence.
Just because I'm dressed up as Herlock Sholmes in our little reactive images doesn't mean I get horny for deduction.
If the ink had been dry, it couldn't possibly have stained your uniform in that way. Which
you're right.
means you must have been present in the cabin in the moments immediately after the ink was spilt.
It's two things, my friend. One, you're very clumsy. Two, you were present at the scene of the death.
Got him.
All right, yes. It was me, I did it. Everything.
He's lying.
Didn't do everything.
Yeah.
I arranged everything in that student cabin to make it look like Wardrobe Man did it. Fucking asshole. Then I pressed button to make Buria do emergency stop and bolt cabin door shut.
He's lying. He's
I did
protecting her.
everything so no one would suspect our angel. I don't think he's entirely lying.
Biff, please.
Don't worry, Angel. Let me do talking. It was after 1 in the morning. I was on duty patrolling passageway. I see Bob and I'm like, oh, I would love to snap his neck. And our angel came to me. She was white like shit.
Oh.
Biff, please. You must help me.
Oh. Nice.
I went with her. Door to cabin number was open. Cabin number 1. I'm stupid. When I looked inside, I saw student boy on floor. Very dead.
Super dead, yes.
Fucking super. What happened here?
Here.
Here. Oh, here. There we go.
Please, don't tell anyone.
Da, suka. Wait, no, sukas I swear to. Hold on. Suka. There we go.
God damn it.
My little one. My little furry friend.
Hold on, I'm back. Everything that happened in cabin is like Angel told you.
The kitten escaped through the ventilator into Mr. Asogi's cabin. Then he tripped over it and broke his neck when he fell to the floor.
Yes, that is right.
Free me from murder! Just be like, oh, fucking slipped.
No.
So after the incident, when the cat ran away, Miss Pavlova then visited the cabin next to hers.
Put me in
Only
jail
to
for
find-
life?
Oh,
In Shanghai? No, we're not even in Shanghai. Fucking, where are we going now? Hong Kong?
we're going to Britain.
Sure.
No, we're
Or-
doing a stopover
yeah,
like
we're doing a
Kowloon
stop
or...
in
Yeah.
Shanghai.
Yeah.
No, we picked her up in Shanghai and then we're going
right.
somewhere else. I
Yeah,
think we're
yeah.
stopping in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
so.
So yeah, going to life in prison in Hong Kong because of a fucking cat?
No.
Fucking sucks.
None of that shit.
You.
Only to find its occupant lying lifeless on the floor.
She said she was worried when she heard the sound of something falling on the floor. That's when she went to look. Then I had the whoopsie goof and I fell in ink.
Oh shit.
No, Angel? The door was not locked. So she opened to look and you already know what happened after.
There's just one thing, if you wouldn't mind.
What?
You're fucking lying! When you went to Mr. Asogi's cabin, Miss Pavlova, was he already dead?
Why?
It's a pretty big question.
I already told you.
Because that changes it from an accident to negligent homicide.
Yeah. I was asking Miss Pavlova.
Oh.
Fucking semen.
Stroganoff.
I'll be calling you semen.
Well, Miss Pavlova,
Duh.
Pretty duh. Oh.
Yes, that is right. I saw him. It was dark, and he was wearing black, but he was on the floor, not moving.
because he's paralyzed.
I was scared.
Yeah. That's fucking fair, dude.
Hmm. I understand. And I believe you.
Okay. The reason that I want to believe her
Yeah.
is because she was not hiding really from the crew.
Yeah.
The crew as a collective is actively trying to help her. So she wouldn't be like, we need a medic. But because someone was dead, that's why she's like, nah.
Yeah.
So that is that finally it now? Have we discovered the real truth about Cosimo's death at last?
Ah, something very nearly slipped my mind.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes?
This photograph. Yes! I took this myself, you know.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The cause of death was a broken neck. Therefore, the victim died instantly. And the unfortunate incident that precipitated these events
a kitten on which the victim stumbled. However, if those are the facts, there is one particular area in this photograph that seems to be somewhat unnatural.
What does he have, a stomach?
Oh.
What do you mean unnatural?
What are your thoughts on the matter, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh, well. What the fuck's he on his stomach?
Yeah.
If Cosmo tripped and fell, and by some terrible stroke of bad luck broke his neck, which part of this photographic print seems unnatural?
Can't really point at a, why
Not
is he on his
broken
stomach?
neck. Yeah.
It's like his
Fuck.
head
I guess.
Head.
or his
Why does-
thingy.
Why does he have
Or
a
like-
closed fist?
Mhm,
Oh.
that's true.
Is there something in his hand?
Maybe.
Let's look that.
Fucking try.
Yeah.
Yes!
All right, if it really fell due to an unfortunate accident, then this fist just doesn't seem quite right. Street also be reaching to grab, the nothing.
Yeah.
It's a natural human response.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The exact same thought occurred to me. In a fall, one's instinct is to open the palms flat. Yet here we see the victim with his left hand tightly balled into a fist. Almost, you might say, as though he were gripping something.
What do you mean?
Simply that I took the liberty
Did you tamper
of
with the body?
investigating the victim's fist a short while ago.
Fuck with the
You
body.
did?
That's not okay.
And what, pray, do you imagine I found there, my dear fellow?
Mr. Sholmes, show us, please!
Why, of course, my dear madam. Why would I keep you in suspense? Of course I would! This is what I found.
Where's the earring?
Ooh.
Oh. A crescent moon with a little gemstone in the middle!
Oh, yes, you're right. A crescent moon. It's very pretty, but what does it tell us?
Tells us nothing.
Aww.
Heck.
I'm not so sure. That crescent moon looks familiar somehow, like a thing we talked about just a second ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Observation, Mr. Naruhodo. That is the key.
I've already done the observing. What?
The thing you said. The truth is now tantalizingly close.
Bah!
Thank you. Thank you for that
I'm
contribution.
contributing.
How did that crescent moon come to be in Cosmo's clenched fist?
This is the final clue. The last piece of the puzzle. Ask yourself, what does this little crescent moon mean? What significance has it? And observe! Find the answer with your own eyes! Do it, Naruto! Go! Go!
Thank you for rating us.
You look so sad.
Oh, she really does. But yeah, hi, Summoners Network boys. Hello, Cody.
Oh, yeah, what up?
Thank you for
How's it
rating
going?
us.
Yes. What up? We're about to
Where's
solve the
snake?
mystery.
About how it was me.
It was
I
Carrie
pushed
all along.
I pushed our boyfriend down the stairs.
Wee.
Miss Pavlova, I noticed that on your ear,
You're missing one of you.
even though you have a metal earring, the decorative part of it seems to be missing. The little link holding onto it must have been broken, I suppose. There? What? But looking at your other ear, I notice a crescent moon.
She's like, shit.
I don't believe it.
Now, the missing crescent moon was found in the victim's clenched fist. Clearly, there is only one logical conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruto?
Yes.
Just
Miss Pavlova, Mr. Sogi must have grasped that crescent moon and pulled it from your ear. Perhaps just moments before he fell to the floor. In other words, last night in Mr. Sogi's cabin, you witnessed the moment the victim fell with your own eyes. In fact, you were quite literally at arm's length from him.
Oh.
Oh,
But then the
indeed.
question is, why did Mr. Asogi do that? Why did he pull your earring from your ear and hold it in his clenched fist during his final moments?
Oh no.
Angel?
Oh.
No one can protect you now.
Damn.
Please, Miss Pavlova, tell us the truth. Last night, what did you do to Kazuma?
Oh my gosh, you fucking fainted. Wake up, bitch! We know you did it! Yeah!
When I think about everything that happened yesterday, it was too much. Running away, the fishing boat in the middle of the night, trying to climb onto this huge ship. And then, when I was at last in this cabin and I could relax after this horrible long day. Darka, wait! I couldn't believe it when she disappeared through the ventilator.
What the fuck?
I tried to call her with a little whistle. I tried waving her favorite toy, but nothing worked. Darka would not come back.
Knock, knock. Clunk.
Oh.
What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector?
Oh.
Oh. I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine.
Oh.
The young man from your country. He was very polite and kind. He helped me to find Darka, and he promised not to tell anyone. But then, when I had my friend in my arms again and I was going to leave the men's cabin...
Just a moment. Sorry, but,
Oh, yes?
I'm sure I know your face. I've seen you somewhere
Fuck.
before.
Don't panic and murder him, girl.
Ah, of course. You're Nikolina Pavlova, aren't you? The Russian ballerina.
Huh? No, I don't know that name. My heart nearly stopped when he said that. He knew who I was. How could this man from a land in the faraway east know a Russian ballerina?
Yes, I saw your performance in Japan. The beauty of the ballet made a deep impression on me. But what are you doing on this ship? I'm sure I read that your ballet company was performing in Shanghai at the moment.
I can't fool him. I have to tell him the truth and hope he doesn't tell anyone. I have no other choice.
I see. So you've run away.
Please keep my secret. Don't tell anyone.
Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here.
A wardrobe boyfriend?
He's going to pull that cord. He's going to tell the captain.
Oh no.
Why did I think I could trust him?
Oh girl, no.
Yeah.
So does the captain not? No, I guess the crew knows, but
The crew knows, but
doesn't.
the captain don't. Yeah.
Oh.
Then it happened. Everything at once. It was only a second, but it felt like forever. Wait! I shouted. And then
Meow!
Darka jumped out of my arms and down onto the young man's feet. And
Well, at least it's still an accident.
Yeah.
as he turned around to look at me,
Oh, the bedpost.
Oh.
I pushed him. I don't even know why.
Oh no.
I don't know why I did it. I was just so scared. And I had to stop him from telling anyone about me.
Oh, honey.
Oh.
And that's when you went to fetch help. From Seaman Stroganoff, who was on duty out in the passageway.
I heard Nina cry out, "Third on floor," so I ran to her. She was standing at cabin door shaking like a leaf. She looked at me and said,
Help me, Beef. If they find out, I will be... Please, I have nowhere to go.
So you decided to help. And that's when you arranged things in Cosmo's cabin to make it look like I did it.
Damn,
That no
that's
one would
fucking
suspect the passenger in the
cold.
cabin next door.
Mm-hmm. This is a lot.
"Yes."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went into the cabin and looked around to make sure there was nothing to show Nina was there. Then I found stowaway in wardrobe, still sleeping.
Right. That's when he found me.
So you worked out a plan to lay the blame on the stowaway.
I closed wardrobe doors and put strange paper sign back up.
Luckily for me, that's the only reason Susato-san started to believe me when I said I was innocent.
I dragged young man's body to good place and used ink that was spilling to write on floor. I wrote the fucking wardrobe so the person who found him would look inside wardrobe and find stowaway.
So tell me, what of the glass bell?
It was by my feet, so I picked it up.
I see.
But it was dark in the cabin. I didn't notice the other half.
Then Angel went back to her cabin and I finished the job.
By pressing the emergency alarm button in the passageway?
Yes.
Accordingly, the SS Burrier did indeed come to an emergency halt at a little after 2 a.m., thus enticing the bolt on the cabin door to slide shut, creating the locked room mystery.
There's still one thing I don't understand, Miss Pavlova.
What?
Well, you said you told Kazuma about the fact that you'd run away from your homeland. And it's because you were worried he was going to tell the captain that you pushed him. Isn't that right?
Yes.
But even if you had pulled the bell cord and called for the captain of the ship, aren't you friends with every member of the crew? Why would that have been a problem?
It was what he said first. That made me scared.
What he said first.
What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh. I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine.
He said an inspector was his friend.
Ah, yes, meaning me. Who was supposed to be acting as his bodyguard.
I thought that the police knew about me. They would arrest me. So before he could pull the bell cord, I...
May I stop you a moment, please, Miss Pavlova? It just doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, was Mr. Asogi really going to pull the bell cord? I don't know.
He's going to open the
What?
fucking wardrobe, obviously.
Yeah, he was gonna open the wardrobe.
What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, I'm not Cosmo, so I can't know for certain, but... he was a man of his word. If he told you he wouldn't give your secret away, then he wouldn't have done.
No, he was walking over to it. He was going to pull the cord. He was going to make them send me back.
Well, Mr. Naruhodo, the day's work is not yet done, it seems. There is one more deduction to make.
What? Another deduction?
Yes. What action was the victim really about to take at that moment? Can we determine whether the young man's gaze was directed? Wait. Can we determine whether the young man's gaze
Yeah, that's
was directed?
weird.
All right. Did it. Got it.
Did it.
Found out.
Nailed it.
First, consider the victim's location within this cabin.
That's easy. I remember every detail of that room. I mean, yes, I spent quite a lot of time in the wardrobe, but still. The cabin had been my home for this entire voyage.
So this is how the cabin looked last night when Miss Pavlova visited Kazuma-sama.
Yes, it's exactly how it was.
Are you ready then, Mr. Naruto?
Yes. There's one thing I've learned today. It's that a simple gaze can reveal all manner of truths. And not only that, in order to draw the right conclusion, you can't afford to be out by even a little bit when you're following the gaze to where it lands. So when he turned away from Miss Pavlova, what exactly was Kazuma looking at?
I wonder what he was gonna get. Where he was gonna.
The wardrobe, you silly!
Fucking idiot! Jeez!
Considering everything that had happened last night, certainly it may have looked as though Kazuma was going to ring the bell cord.
Yes. However, what is directly inside the? What is directly beside the bell cord? The wardrobe.
The wardrobe?
And more importantly, what was inside the wardrobe? The man's great friend, sleeping soundly.
Miss Pavlova, please, think back very carefully. What were Mr. Asogi's exact words last night?
Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here.
Another opinion?
Yes, but not from a member of the crew. No, Mr. Asogi intended to consult his close friend on the matter. To see if, between them, they might be able to help in some way, no doubt.
Oh no.
Oh, this fucking sucks.
This is so upsetting.
This is really sad.
Sadly, we can't know the truth for certain now. It's too late for that. But I wish you had made sure of what Mr. Hisagi was looking at. Things may have ended very differently if you had.
Oh.
Fuck, dude.
Miss Pavlova,
Oh,
I want to thank you for finally admitting the truth. But, unfortunately, the truth is, a man lost his life because of what you did. That will never change.
Fuck.
I hope you'll never forget that.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. Really? I'm so sorry. What have I done?
oh.
God damn it!
So at long last, the mystery surrounding the tragic accident on the SS Buria was finally laid to rest.
The fuck?
Yeah.
9th of January, 7:14 p.m., cabin passageway.
Yeah.
What'll happen to Miss Pavlova now, then?
Once we reach Great Britain, she'll be handed over to the British police at Scotland Yard.
What about the fact that she ran away from Russia? Won't Russians try to repatriate her?
Apparently, the English detective can speak to the immigration office and sort all that out.
Mr. Schultz could do that?
Damn.
Damn.
So she won't be going back to Russia, then?
No, I don't think so. Even if she wanted to return in the future, I doubt she would be able to. She ran away.
Why do they call
so
it Scotland Yard?
I
Good
don't.
question.
That's something for Google to answer.
Yep. There I go.
She ran
Inspector.
away. I'm Japanese. I have no idea. She ran away, so so now she's in exile for life.
I see.
I'm sorry.
Seaman Stroganoff?
I wanted to help our angel, no matter what. But I didn't think about you, and how you lost good friend. I will go with Nina. I will give myself to British police.
That's kind of you.
The original headquarters of the New London Police Force were in Whitehall, with an entrance in Great Scotland Yard, from which the name originates. Scotland Yard was so named because it stood on the site of a medieval palace that had housed Scottish royalty when the latter were in London on visits.
Oh,
Damn.
There you go. Yeah.
neato.
In the meantime, thank you for letting me go free again. Cosmo's death feels like such a waste. But, well, do what you can for Miss Pavlova, won't you? Duh.
Well,
Hey, you're not bruised anymore.
it's true.
Hey,
And he fixed his
we
glasses.
healed rapidly
Yeah,
fast.
he took a short rest.
Nice.
Well, I'm afraid you need to pack now. We're due to arrive in Hong Kong tomorrow. As much as it pains me, I'm going to have to hand you over to the consul to arrange your passage back to Japan.
Yes. I did stow away after all. I couldn't really expect any different.
So you should get back to your cabin now.
Heck.
Ah, darn.
It looks like my study tour to Great Britain is over before it even begun then. I think that only days ago, Cosmo and I were laughing together about how we tear up the streets of London. It seems like a distant memory now.
Getting that British puss.
I'm so sad.
Oh, no.
What's that? Is it someone weeping?
It's me. I'm crying.
Aw.
With a sword?
With
Yeah.
a sword.
Susata-san?
Naruhodo-san, I didn't know you had returned.
Oh, well, I haven't been back long. Inspector Hosonaga just told me I should pack. You know, ready to leave the ship tomorrow and all that.
Aw. This poor girl.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Can't believe this has happened. I can't believe someone's life can be over just like that.
Susata-san.
The voice is really ruining the cuteness of this.
Little bit.
It's true.
Yeah. Undeniably true.
Yeah.
He had such grand ideas for this visit to Great Britain. So many dreams. And now they've been cruelly taken away, just as he has. I thought I could never forgive the person responsible. But now we know the truth. That it was just an accident. Just a silly series of mishaps. It's too much, Naruhodo-san. It's just too much.
Yes, I know.
Who be speaking?
Wish there was something I could say.
Okay.
Good
Ah,
guess.
Hosonaga.
Nice.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
here.
It makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you
Sorry,
say that?
fuck. I was looking at chat. Sorry, Inspector.
Okay. Cool.
My duty was to see Asogi-san safely to Great Britain, but I failed, and caused his two closest friends great pain and suffering as a result. I've let everyone down, and I will do anything to make up for my terrible blunder.
Nobody blames you, Inspector.
What the fuck?
And I'm free again now. Huh?
God fucking damn it!
Surprise, Mr. Naruhodo!
He just
God
in your room
damn
and
it.
he just pops out of a cabinet and he's like, "Gotcha, bitch!
Gotcha, bitch!
What is the meaning of this?"
Oh, a trifling matter. Simply that in my head, I think I shall always picture you wearing those shackles. Without them,
That's filthy.
the balance seems all wrong. It's distracting.
Sorry?
So I decided to restore them, for old time's sake, shall we say? You are a stowaway after all. Oh, you're fucking funny.
He thinks this is funny?
I'm fucking hilarious.
Mr. Sholmes. How bad We do appreciate all your assistance. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Not at all, not at all. And though it's a little late, may I offer my sincere condolences? The loss of your companion is truly heart-rending. I hope that you will be able to fulfill some of his aspirations in his honor. I'm afraid that won't be possible. We shall be disembarking at the next port, in Hong Kong. We have to return to Japan and make a full report about everything that's happened.
What? Wait a minute. It's just me that has to go back, isn't it? I mean, I was the stowaway.
The terms of this study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. It was to be 1 lawyer and 1 assistant.
Was to be.
In the light of Mr. Asogi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead.
Oh, no, I don't care for me, but... Poor Shisato-san.
My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know.
Yeah, it's almost certainly.
Yep.
Yep.
My dear fellows was a giveaway.
Yeah, I kind of gave it away, yeah.
All you require is 1 lawyer, and the study tour can continue, surely.
Huh?
But there is no one else with the necessary qualifications, Mr. Sholmes. We know no other lawyer.
Qualifications, you say?
Oh, fuck.
Any qualifications obtained in your own country will be of little value in Great Britain, I'm afraid.
But
But anyway, the voyage to London still promises a good month of time. Ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourselves another suitable lawyer.
But who?
yes.
But who could it be?
Mrs. Sato?
Yes.
Do you think perhaps I might be able to do it?
But you're not a lawyer, Mr. Naruhodo! You're a mere boy! A brandish boy!
A fetus with a suit!
Oh, unless... Are you studying law?
No, I'm not, but...
Then we're screwed. I'm
Well,
sorry.
Fuck!
Well, fuck! I'm sorry. In that case, I don't think there's even a chance it could work. You're just too dumb.
It's true.
I did defend myself in a murder trial in the Japanese Supreme Court. Pretty sure I was like one of the first one of those.
Well, shut up.
That doesn't count.
But as I
It's a headache.
said, there's still more than a month before we reach England's shores. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes, I have a month in which to study, to learn what I must to become a lawyer in Great Britain.
Wow.
Mr. Naruhodo.
That's ridiculous. Are you seriously suggesting anybody could learn all of that in just 40 days?
Can I switch rooms though? Because this is a trauma space.
Yeah, you need to get the fuck out of here.
I would work my fingers to the bone, Inspector. Every single day. Will you let me try? And if by the time we reach Great Britain, I haven't learned enough to be recognized as a lawyer, I'll take whatever punishment is deemed appropriate.
Don't die.
I'm dying. Death for me. But why put yourself in such a difficult position?
For Kazuma.
Oh. My boyfriend.
He said there was something he had to do in Great Britain. And that he would sacrifice anything to make it happen.
B.
He was passionate about it. Except for that one time he nearly threw it all away from my murder trial.
I did almost do that.
It's true. It's fucking wild, really.
Yeah.
I can't let all that passion just come to nothing. And anyway, it's for my own benefit, too.
Oh?
Well, you know, it doesn't really matter if you're presumed innocent. Like, after you've been to the Supreme Court on a murder case, like, a lot of people just assume you're guilty.
Yeah.
And so, like, a lot of people hate me in Japan, I'm sure, right now.
Yeah, I also ran away. So...
I also stowed away on a ship, and
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be going to a school. Is my pin. I will become a lawyer. I have to.
For my
Also,
own
make
sake.
sick bank. Right?
It's true.
Right?
Right? Yeah.
Guys?
Guys?
Yeah.
Hmm.
What do you say, Mr. Sato?
Bye.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
Bye.
Is that Russian?
Aw,
Aww.
look at that smile.
I think it's a wonderful idea.
Thank you.
So, what does our bespectacled inspector friend say? Are you serious? One lawyer and one assistant. The numbers are indisputable. Indisputable. No,
By the time they get the other one's body back to Japan, they'll be like, no.
This one was the student. This one was
Oh
the
my God.
stowaway. No, it's madness. Yet fascinating, wouldn't you agree?
Chaotic son of a bitch.
Fascinating.
Yeah, he's pure chaos.
Duty and rules are the dull routine of existence that we all abhor. Give us interest. Give us fascination. Give me a boner.
Give me deduction.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, I did.
Besides, qualifications are no measure of a man. What matters is his character. No? Oh. And you've witnessed ample evidence of this man's exemplary character today with your own eyes. From the early hours of this morning until this very moment now. Despite contending with the passing of his close companion, and despite the accusation of guilt, this man has shown resourcefulness, intelligence, and above all, courage.
Oh.
Very well. I'll think of a clever way to word my report to the Department of Justice.
Inspector.
After all, I did just make a promise, didn't I? I said that I'd do anything at all to make up for my shortcomings here.
Oh, thank you, Inspector.
I love Hosonaga. He's a good boy.
Yeah, he's a good
Pretty
boy.
rad.
If you'll excuse me, I must pay a visit to the captain's quarters, I think. I need to discuss what to do next, and how best to make my report.
All right, don't get your ass beat this time, though.
Yeah, be
Yeah.
safe. You keep getting beat up, and I work for you.
That's no good.
Mm-hmm.
Are you really prepared to attempt this, Mr. Naruhodo?
No.
No,
Oh,
I
Yes,
don't
I'm
even
going
got
to
no
try.
books or anything. Like, I'm gonna do this.
Would you consider teaching me what I need to know? Everything about being a lawyer?
Oh,
There's
I
1
see.
month.
You're just putting this fucking responsibility on me. You said you'd do it, and now I have to fucking help you. I would be delighted to help you. I am a judicial assistant, after all.
nice.
Thank you.
And, Mr. Naruhodo,
Oh,
I'd like you to take charge of this.
What? Me? Are you sure?
Fight off the ninja.
it's samurai.
No, fight the ninja. They're gonna
That's a-
come get you. You have to fight them. I'm sure it was Kazuma. I'm sure it's what Kazuma-sama would have wanted. Its name is Karuma.
There you go.
Karuma?
That
Yeah, it's
one
Karuma.
did it. Sick. It's a great sword.
It's a great sword.
Mhm.
That's been in the Asogi clan for generations.
Very well. I accept. I'll treasure it. Always.
Oh,
So then, Mr. Sato. It seems we'll be working together for some time to come yet. Please don't flip me anymore.
Oh, I'll be flipping you on a daily basis. It's part of being a lawyer.
Oh no.
Shit.
It will be an honor, Mr. Naruhodo. And for the next 40 days, I shan't grant you a single minute of freedom.
Man, fucking, some people pay for that.
you're right. Damn.
We shall fill every spare moment with study.
Yes, that's exactly what I need.
But before we begin, I have an earnest favor to ask you too.
Goodness, what is it?
Want a kiss? Okay.
Please throw me to the ground. Oh, 3 times.
Damn.
Ah,
Damn.
I should never have doubted you. You were Kazuma-sama's closest friend. Of course you would never have done anything to hurt him. And I flipped you like a bitch. Now fucking suplex me. It should have been obvious to me from the beginning I did it. But I allowed suspicion to get the better of me. And no matter how upset I was feeling, it was completely unforgivable behavior.
no, you were in shock. You just found out about me stowing away, and the cabin door was locked from the inside.
No, I won't let you make excuses for me. Whatever the circumstances, I should never have thrown you. And not just once, but 5 times. I'm so strong.
So shouldn't I get 5 throws? Or...
That number keeps creeping up, doesn't it?
Now you get 3. Please, you must. Just take hold of me and throw me. Do it. Don't even think about it.
Yo.
Damn.
Hi.
No, I don't even know how. I've never thrown anyone in my life.
Very wise, Mr. Naruhodo. She's 16. It isn't.
Ah, fuck.
It isn't a skill one acquires without considerable training.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes.
I observed your throwing technique several times with. I observed your throwing technique several times with great interest. I confess I was most impressed.
I see you found the scotch, Mr. Sholmes.
Maybe.
When did they see that?
I presume that would be a form of Japanese wrestling.
Oh, well, in a way. It's not wrestling, but my own interpretation of an ancient jiu-jitsu technique.
Apparently it's called the Susato Takedown. It leaves your head swimming, believe me.
How beguiling. I am a practitioner of the combative art myself. I am a somewhat accomplished boxer.
Fuck him up,
There he
girl.
goes,
Get
dancing
him.
around again.
I wonder if you'd be so kind as to instruct me on the technique of your arresting throw.
Aw, look at your little smile. Yes! I'd be honored.
Then let us not dally. Demonstrate, my dear madam.
Fuck him up.
Come here, Ryunosuke.
Yeah. Are you ready, Mr. Naruhodo?
Sorry? Yeah.
Hi-ya!
That's not how you teach.
As you can see, you throw from the abdomen.
Ah, yes, arresting indeed. And that is what you, and that is what you term the Susato takedown, is it?
Yeah. Actually, no. That was a Susato squash.
Amazing! Almost as
It's
amazing
true.
as my deductions!
In my groggy state of consciousness, a scene from an evening recently spent with Kazuma flickered into my mind.
Uh-oh. You're ready for more sadness?
No!
Karuma.
That's right.
That's...
What?
Yeah, it's Cosmo.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. It's a prized sword that's been passed down through generations of the Asogi clan.
I can't believe you managed to get permission to bring it with you.
Fucking mobbing.
I mean, taking a katana on a study tour is more than a little irregular, surely.
A Japanese man's sword is his soul, Ryunosuke. I can't be parted from my katana. Karuma guides me. I truly believe that.
So its name compels the wielder to slice evil in two? Not that you would need much compelling.
On that subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain, and I'll sacrifice anything to make it happen. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me.
Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
An important thing he had to do. I still don't know what it was. But I'm gonna see the place for myself and work it out. In Great Britain's capital, London.
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 Check out his arse.
And that's where we end.
Yeah!
Hell
What good timing.
yeah!
Check out his
That was
arse.
excellent
That was
timing.
excellent
Oh my god.
timing. Oh,
yeah.
I love that. I love that episode. It's very, very
Oh, I was so convinced she didn't do anything, and now
Yeah.
I'm saying.
good. Yeah, I know. Oh, it fucking sucks. She was so cute and so nice.
Right, and it was such an accident. Like,
Yeah.
I just,
Oh, she was so scared.
And now
the
she's
entire time.
going to jail.
And now she's probably going to jail.
My god damn it.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's the lovely turn of the century British jail.
30th century
Yeah, I'm sure it's not awful.
Yeah,
God.
she's definitely not a woman in jail.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no!
I don't know,
It's
maybe
fine.
she'll just wave the tiara around and be like, listen, all right,
Yeah.
it's worth a lot of money.
You think she's keeping that thing?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
yeah, she gotta
hers.
sell that shit.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
It's
Is it, or is it the ballet companies?
absolutely the ballet companies, but if they're not giving her back, they're probably going to be like, oh, we didn't find it.
You didn't find it. I don't know.
Who knows what happened to it? Oh my god.
Yeah, really.
Given that this is also an era where it's like, at best, they would be communicating at great distances via like fucking Morse code.
Yeah.
They'd be like, they got a telegram in from Russia. They want them back.
Yep.
It wouldn't really be fucking like a phone call.
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. Well, thank you all so much for heckin' joining us this week for some
Yay.
more Great Attorney, a Great Ace Attorney. For YouTube, we're gonna be checking out here. So
Yeah.
yeah. Goodbye, everybody.
Thanks for joining us,
Yeah.
YouTube. We love you.
Goodbye.